Well, we're that time of day again. And I'm down the mall, middle of my run. Stop, sit this old bag of bones down for a little bit before I continue uh, my daily constitution. In Washington, I guess that's a good word to have, is it? I want to make sure you guys hear me, because that's been a problem I have, and I hate to do this whole thing and not realize, hey, nobody can hear me. What the hell am I doing? Then I have to do it all over again, and I'm much better the first time. When I used to do a lot of TV shows, they all wanted to do oh, hey, bud. Okay, that means you hear me again. They all wanted to do a practice runs and everything. No, I hated to do practice runs and everything. So I pretend to do a practice run, and then when I would do the real show, I'd do something completely different, whatever the hell I felt in my head. And that to me is entertainment, not reading a script and a PowerPoint. And that's what they're trying to do. I remember, man, people hated me at the Tonight Show when I did that, because they worked for like 10 hours on what I was going to say and what Jay Leno was going to say back. And I got on there and I just started having fun. That was it. Okay, the COVID thing. There's a new stimulus package that started. Well, it really hasn't started yet. It's in law. Well, it's not even a law. It's the White House put it out. That's the $44 billion that's going to go to states. And there's about 20 some states that say they're going to do it. Maybe about half a dozen. I did a video on this a day or two. A half a dozen states are definitely going to do it, and they got the okay from the federal government to do it. The others are waiting or whatever. But I saw an article today uh, on Georgia's doing it. Okay, first of all, if you want to see if your state's doing it, it's really, you go to careeronestop.org and put COVID and unemployment. So careeronestop.org, and you want to find the COVID unemployment. That's where you find out if your state has it. Okay, Georgia, and this will be typical, I'm sure. They're calling the lost wages assistance. And this is for anybody who either, it's not only lost a job, but even making less money on a job. So it's your job, in other words, a person employed, or I'm saying a person must be unemployed or partially unemployed due to disruptions caused by COVID. I think that everybody, right? So this is money. Okay, now it is, they're giving it out in groups of 3 weeks. So you, because they don't know if they have the money or not, tell you the truth. And it's $300 a week. I think there's one state that's kicking in an extra $100, something like Montana. But the rest are all doing $300 a week for 3 weeks. Okay, that's it. Then they see if there's any money left to keep going. Okay, $300 a week for 3 weeks. And this is through your Office of Unemployment. And in Georgia says that you'll be required to, they have to be, Georgia will be required to request additional disbursements weekly after the first 3 weeks are over. See, the state has to go back to the federal government and ask, hey, you got any more money? We spent all the money for the 3 weeks already. What else you got? See, theoretically, the law stays into effect till the end of December, but they only have money for 3 weeks, and they don't know if they have money after that. Now, here's another kicker on this. It's going to take at least Georgia 4 weeks to get it in place. so it'll be the middle of September before you'll even get any money. And listen to this, the money goes back to August 1. So that, because July 31st is when they stop paying out the unemployment, right? The extra unemployment, not the individual. Also, what comes to my mind, ask about the extra 13 weeks of unemployment. That is from the first stimulus package. You're supposed to get an extra 13 weeks. So ask in your state about that if you're not getting it, if your 13 weeks are up and they cut you off, okay? So invitation, okay, and it's going to take them, okay, 4 more weeks to do it. So it's there. I don't know if this is this is a politician scam, but I don't know. Once the conventions are over, maybe they'll get more serious on Capitol Hill and start doing stuff for people. So as a recap of this, there's about 20 some states that are going to have this money for $300 a week for 3 weeks, then maybe more. Actually, the pot of money they're using is the same money that's going to for the fires and it's emergency money, and they're using a lot of that now for California because they have an emergency, so they get a lot of money that. So there's only so much water in the well here, so be careful for anything. But another thing I ran into, I know what I'm going to do. To find out if your state has it, when it's going to have it, is careerstop.org and look for COVID unemployment. If you can't get help there, who do you contact? Come on, people. Who do you contact? You're going to do well. You're not going to do well on the test if you don't know that answer. Your elected official. They're going to know. And they're going to know more than the media or anybody else. Or they'll follow the media and find out. They should know more. Should and will are two different things. But they're who they're going to. So you're not sure, hey, it doesn't look like it's on the unemployment thing. Call your elected official. You have two senators, one congressman, and a bunch of states. You call any one of them. They're set up to handle your calls more than your unemployment office is. Okay. Now, here's another interesting thing I found in the news today is the warning about COVID scams. Wow. 16 million losses already just in a few months in COVID scams. And this is the number one fraud is online shopping. Okay. So a couple of things to remember about that. And actually it says that here too, is that if you're buying anything online, use a credit card, because then you don't have to pay if you feel you're screwed over. With PayPal or a debit card or all these other things, man, it's hard to get your money back. You have a better chance of getting your money back if you get screwed by using a credit card, because there's laws in the books that protect you more against the scams. The other ones are hard. They follow different laws. And that's why, who the hell knows all this stuff? I don't know. And I follow this every day, and I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. So be careful. So that's another thing. And remember that the government will never call you on the phone. If you owe money, there's a lot of scams out there now, Social Security and all this kind of stuff. People in trouble, then the scammers are out there. So actually the FTC, that's the Federal Trade Commission, they have reported more than 175,000 COVID-19 related reports about fraud, identity theft, do not call list, and other consumer protection problems. Okay, 175,000 reports. So that's a place you report, is your Federal Trade Commission. So ftc.gov and look for a complaint. Make sure, because if you don't complain, then they can't go after people. So you got to complain, or your attorney general. That's always a good place, because they'll point you to who the best place. And the other one is consumerfinance.gov. Consumerfinance.gov. They investigate still, even though Trump's trying to get rid of them because Pocahontas set that up. They're still there, and they still say they'll investigate within 2 weeks. Man, that's great. So you get some chiseler, a letter from the government in 2 weeks, and see, what's neat about using the government to get your money back is they are more powerful than attorneys or anybody else, because they can put the suckers out of business. Okay. So again, the government will never call you on the phone and ask you for money or anything, or call on emails or text. Okay. That's not from the government. That's somebody posing as a government. And I will never get identified as posing from the government, right? Who in the government would dress like this? Right? So you can't mistake me for the government, can you? That's neat. So listen, it's going to be a roller coaster ride for many months now. Start having fun. Don't give anybody money who promises you money. Use a credit card instead of a debit card. And don't answer the phone if somebody promises you something or throw you in jail. Nobody's going to throw you in jail by calling you on the phone. But it's scary stuff. We're all insecure. and scam artists play on that. We're all, struggling too. Scam artists play on that, because they give you hope. Politicians do that too. Yeah, vote for me and I'll solve all your problems. Shit, start solving your own for a while. See what happens, and just keep looking for other ways to do it. That's what I'm trying to do on Let's Go Help. And now people on Let's Go Help are sending me stuff every day that are, so I make sure you see the new listings on Let's Go Help. I'm getting all the time that people, Let's Go Help members, are doing all my research for me. It's great. Don't tell them, though. It's less work for me to do. Wonderful. So don't let them know that, okay? But actually, the joy is helping other people, and that's what I see. Let's Go Help is the joy is not only helping yourself, but finding something that maybe helped you or that you found out about, and then you could share it with other people to help them. And if you're not a member, you want to send me an email on something that you think people should know about because it's a good benefit that most people don't know, you can do it letsgofreeradio@gmail.com. letsgofreeradio@gmail.com. Now, I'm running around like a one-handed paper, what do you call it, wallpaper person. I'm busy as hell, but I really appreciate the busyness. It's nice. I feel so grateful and thankful that I have something to wake up to every day and feel it's important to do, because if there's something I know about or I can find out about that could help solve a problem in your life, I truthfully have nothing better else to do with my life until I die. So thank you so much for asking the questions to give me a chance to do that. I'm very grateful. What you do in your life and how you spend your time is the most important asset you have. And if it's being used to help other people, I think there's really nothing better to do. But first we have to feed ourselves, right? So that other people don't have to help us because we can't help ourselves. So first help yourself. Then you get strong and you're able to help other people, okay? So see you soon.